Ryzen 7 9800X3D versus the i7-9700K with the RTX 5060 in Marvel Rivals. Okay, so it's been a while since I've made one of these videos. So here we are again, but this time with the RTX 5060 instead of the 2080. Okay, so on the first system we'll be having the 5060 and the i7-9700K with 32 GB of DDR4 memory running at 3200 MHz. And yes, the rebar is disabled for any of you wondering why it is disabled, because any CPU before the 10th gen from Intel does not support rebar officially, but there's ways that you can make it work. If you have a motherboard that supports it, so you can actually force it to work. But in my case, it doesn't work. Okay, so rebar is disabled for the 9700K system. And on the other one, we have the 9800X3D running at 4.70 GHz base speeds and 32 GB of DDR5 memory running at 4800 MHz. It is actually a 6000 MHz RAM downclocked to 4800 MHz because that's the least I could go to make the competition fair for the other system, right? So those are the PC specs. Now, I haven't played this game ever since I made that last RTX 5080 video when the Season 2 dropped. So I was rusty when I played the game. So don't judge too harsh on me with the gameplay on this one. Alright guys, so as usual, you can see the benchmark in its full glory on each setting, on the lowest settings only. And then at the very end of the video, you can see I'll go deep dive and explain the differences and how it was on each of these settings. Okay, so I'll catch you guys at the end of the video.
Appreciate you. I really did bust up that yarn, Dad. Okay, it is awesome too.
I'll patch you up.
Oh, I'm energized.
Who will pay for this?
Leave them to Behold the God of Thunder!
That's 3. Good to go.
I'll patch you up. This is real firepower!
Oh, that was the perfect human. You belong to me!
Emma, always a pleasure to face extinction by your...
Dr. Doom tore everything apart. I want to be a part of putting it back together.
Yours to capture now. The mission area is yours.
Strong again!
It's the grand finale.
Judge! Jury! Executioner! Steal yourselves! Smash them down! Tremble before fast! Have a shield!
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. A nice deep freeze.
This is real firepower!
Superhero? What can you do? Okay, I'll let you show me.
A choice between two dooms is not.
What you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Could help.
Reinforcements, I presume.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
No smashing
The mission area is yours.
It's the grand finale. Turn around, quick.
I would advise using caution.
extermination! No smashing us now!
I like the cold.
Great!
Back to hold out.
No smashing us now!
Not that.
Seriously? You never thought about letting it go?
Asgard will.
An opportunity for combat.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
A gift from Khonshu.
Moonlight Plate.
We're done here!
Your god is suffering. Get in there.
The moon haunts you!
Double KO.
Good thing I was here.
Control seized.
Armed and dangerous! Again!
Against the world. Keep fighting until we have a winner. Double KO.
Again!
Bring on the
Stand with you.
A nice deep freeze. I like it. Right there. Leaves on the hose. I like the cold.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Action.
We captured the mission area. The world. Your team's capture progress is past the halfway point.
A nice deep freeze. Look out behind you.
Armed and dangerous! Again!
I suck. Just embrace the light.
Together to victory!
Good thing I was here. Us against the world. Still got what it takes, old timer.
Should be fun!
I suck.
It's fun! Armed and dangerous! dangerous!
Richards and Stark think they know everything. Go back to whatever CK, that's what I need.
The mission area is yours to capture now. We captured the mission area!
It's slobbering time!
Incoming!
One of Moon Knight's ults, I presume.
Anyone willing to help?
Needed one of these.
Moon Knight's on my presume? I thought he was supposed to be
Us against the world!
Again!
Mission area. Keep going.
It's slobbering time! Armed and dangerous! Again! Attack them! Again!
Control lost! You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Alright, so we are at the end of the video again, and now for the final results. So on 4K settings on the 9700K system, we are averaging about 115 FPS, the 0.1% loss of 51, and on the 9800X3D system, the average was 130 FPS, the 0.1% loss was 42 FPS, with a 13% improvement over the 9700K system. The 0.1% low, it depends on what stage you're playing on. Alright, so, and also in some of the games I tested, even with the 2080, the 9700K on 4K settings, in general has better 0.1% lows in some of the games. I don't understand why that is. Maybe because it has better single core performance compared to the 9800X3D. But the average FPS is way better, so you will have a much better experience on the 9800X3D. Alright, now on 4040p on the 9700K system, we have an average FPS of 136 and a 0.1% loss of 30 FPS, which is lower than 4K. And on the 9800X3D, the average FPS was 208 and a 0.1% low of 40 FPS. So it's much better on 4040p. And that is a 52.9%, almost 53% improvement over the 9700K. That's a pretty big jump. Alright, and that's like a GPU upgrade type of performance that you can see. And now finally on 1080p, this is where the huge jump happens on all games. On 9700K system, we are looking at 128 FPS average, which is lower than 1440p because the CPU is being bottlenecked. And now the 0.1% loss is 29 FPS, which is lower than 1440p. Now on the 9800X3D system, the average FPS is 257. That is crazy. So you are able to play this game on a 240Hz monitor easily with the 9800X3D and a 5060. 0.1% loss of 45 FPS. That is a 100% improvement. Double the FPS we're looking at. That is insane. So if you guys are having a 9700K, a 5060 is not a bad option for competitive games, but just make sure you have a X3D chip. If you guys are still rocking a 9700K or an older CPU, an X3D chip might be worth it because it can just give you insane amount of FPS even without upgrading to a really expensive GPU. Alright, on on the 2080 test that I did, there was a huge improvement, but it wasn't as this big. Alright, so there you have it. You guys have a really clear idea on how the games will work with the CPU upgrade. So if there's anybody who's still rocking a 9700K and is wanting to buy a new 5060, which is a terrible option anyways, but if that's your budget, just make sure you're gonna upgrade your CPU pretty soon into the future, right? You're just missing out on a lot of performance if you're not upgrading your CPU. Alright guys, so that's it for this CPU comparison video with the 5060 on Marvel Rivals. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a lot of these videos soon. Yeah, stay tuned for that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.